everyone. Welcome to another episode of the podcast on tobacco control. I'm Mwaka Nyimbili, Center for Trade Policy and Development Communications Specialist. Zambia is a signatory to the World Health Organization Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, and as a country, we have not yet domesticated the framework. As a result, access to tobacco products is not restricted for consumption by young people and the general public. On the podcast today, I have a special guest who was once addicted to tobacco products. Daniel Mbazima, welcome to the podcast and tell us a bit about yourself.
My name is Daniel Mbazima. I am a recovering addict, a recovering alcoholic, and a former cigarette smoker. I happen to right now be an addiction recovery coach, as well as a mental health advocate and a public health specialist by profession.
Thank you for accepting to share your story with us on this podcast. I know you mentioned a bit about some of the substances that you are addicted to. We would like to know when exactly you started smoking.
I started smoking cigarettes when I was in high school, and I started using substances when I was in university. I got hooked to a number of substances. I was hooked to cocaine, I was hooked to heroin, I was hooked to codeine, and I was hooked to ecstasy and pills such as diazepam and tramadol.
I know there are a number of reasons why people smoke, but what made you start taking these substances?
I started smoking all because of curiosity. There are various reasons that lead to one to start smoking. Others could be peer pressure, others could be curiosity, others could be the environment that they're raised in, and many other things. Others, it could be an escape of what they perceive could be a solution to their problems. But for me, I started out of curiosity.
Did you at any point regretted what you became?
I did regret many times because my smoking led me to substance and drug addiction. That meant everything around me was affected. So my addiction to smoking and my addiction to substances began to affect my relationships. They began to affect my finances. They began to affect my occupation in the time because I was a student. So I couldn't progress effectively in my studies. It also began to affect my health because I was getting high and smoking more often. It also made me lose out on a number of opportunities to a point that it started affecting my mental health, because I was in a position where people around me were making progress, but because of my choices, I was falling behind. So I regretted my actions for a very long time, and that led into depression, which was almost suicidal as well. So I did regret.
Having gone through all these traumatic stages in your life, how has been your journey to recovery?
My recovery journey has been amazing. I got expelled from 2 universities. I spent some time in jail because of my addiction to substances. And as a result, I lost out on a number of friendships, and life became really rough for me and really tough for me. But now my recovery journey has been amazing. I'm in a position where I'm able to help people that are struggling and battling with what I went through. I went back to school and I graduated with a degree in public health. I also am doing a number of things. I'm meeting a lot of amazing people. I'm getting to enjoy life all over again. And I have managed to reconnect and rebuild with certain friendships that I had in the past and certain relationships. I'm in a better place. Physically, financially, mentally, emotionally, as well as socially. So my recovery journey has been amazing.
There you have it, listeners. I've been talking to Daniel Mbazima, who was once an addict of tobacco products. Do join us again for another exciting topic on the CTPD podcast on tobacco control.